Hi everyone, I hope you are doing absolutely fine. So today we'll discuss about pink slip since there is lot of layoffs are happening, and this intention for this video is not to scare you, but the fact is there are a lot of layoffs, and earlier these layoffs are only happening in Meta and other product based company, but it is observed that it is also happening in service based company as well. So I'll tell you the facts, and we'll try to see uh, what are the things that is currently happening and what are the possibility that your or our job is at risk. So just don't be scared, but just for a educational purpose I'm making this video, and my intention is not to scare anybody at this point, because at this point everybody knows all the news. And if you open LinkedIn, you perhaps see a lot of uh, people are losing their jobs. It's not a specific company, across companies. So I'll talk all about this. So first of all, let us see some of the layoff news. Like if you see GoDaddy, the famous web hosting site, they have laid off 500 workers. So GoDaddy is like they operated with very minimal stuff, so they have laid off 500 workforce. And Yahoo is going to fire 1,000 employees uh, here as well, you can see. And then Meta and they also laid off a few of the employees. And Microsoft has laid off a lot of employees in past few days. And if you see Infosys, they have laid off the freshers. So what did basically, so Infosys, Accenture, TCS, Wipro, Cognizant, everybody has a 2 to 3 months of GFT program. Now in Accenture it is called greenfield training, in Wipro it is WLP, in Cognizant it is called Gen Z. So they have a different name, but altogether it's kind of a training where the freshers will train in a certain technology, and they normally used to get, I mean, they should go through assessment. Now those assessment are kind of a decent. It's not very difficult, it's not very easy to crack. So it's kind of a 60 or 70% percentage, the people need to score. Now usually around 98 to 95, 95 to 98% people pass. But here, since there is no project pipeline and there is nothing, like lot of experienced people are in bench. So perhaps this company don't want few more freshers to again join bench. So that is the reason they are only allowing to pass only 25%. So if four employee are taking the exam, as far as my knowledge, I have talked to few of the Infosys folks, they told only 25%. So out of four, only one people will pass. So this is a very difficult situation, and they are taking an internal assessment. So some companies are abruptly taking, some companies giving some intimation just 7 days or six, like 5 days back, and taking a an evolution, and based of that they are just saying you are not doing well, so you need to go, you need to leave. So that is like the case. So the thing is that no job is safe. It's not a fresher, so the experience they are also not safe. So in all of the company. So for me, like what I would think as of now, US MNCs and Big Four. If you are in US MNCs and Big Four, and if you are possibly in bench or in a low budget project or an internal project or a initiative that has recently taken by the company, where where revenue is not coming, so your job is definitely at risk. Mostly US MNCs as in Accenture, IBM, and Big Four as in PwC, UI, Deloitte, and KPMG. So PwC is slightly better, in better shape, but other companies are risky as of now. But having said that, suppose if you are experienced professional and you are in bench, or you joined recently, you are in bench. So what I ideally you should do, some training. You should join a boot camp, try to get a charge code and charge on it. Do not charge, I mean, much of your time in the bench charge code. Try to at least involve in any POCs, any learning activities, so that at least some visibility. Or I mean, if you can convince one of the existing folks to provide his charge code when he is on leave or so. So try to charge for 1 or 2 days if possible. So if your bench age is more than 6 weeks, I mean, it depends on, though it depends on multiple companies, their own criteria is there for bench, but more than 6 weeks is dangerous as of now. So that is for freshers and for experience as well. So that was even Dell has laid off lot of employees uh, just in last week. So that is the current news of layoff. Now let us talk about this pink slip. So in IT, I mean, if you are freshers, you might not have heard about this word. In IT, there are a couple of frequent use word like pink slip, golden handshake, golden handcuff. These are few words that we usually use. So pink slip is nothing but like termination letter or dismissal letter. So it means like your employment is gone, so you're terminated or you are forced to resign. So there are scenarios when employees are offered or given pink slip. So first of all, like some if like there is some issue with his maybe he shared or maybe disciplinary stuff, like he shared some client information, he shared his own password to others, which is in some company it is strictly prohibited. And kind of like other stuff he did. So that is like something the employee should give in a pink slip. And apart from that, there is two other option. One is that like performance issue, where employee will go through a PIP procedure, performance improvement program, and after that he or she will be given a pink slip. And there is one more option is layoff, like layoff, something that we cannot do, we cannot anticipate. So suddenly company think like, okay, we'll be removing 5% or 10% of workforce, and all the employee will be giving this pink slip. So pink slip is not pink slip that is given. I mean, it's referred as a pink slip, but it's a termination letter. So what usually happen, like in my experience, what I observed, if it is a mass layoff, so then your ID will be gone. There is no intimation, and your ID and all communication, email access will be blocked. Your iCard is also not work. But it's a what if, like company decided to like maybe lay off less number of workforce. So normally they create a call, one-to-one call. So this call usually happen in company's communicator or a I mean a room possibly. So if you like see certain calls with some HR head or HR professional suddenly like pops up to your calendar, you can anticipate that something is going on in the background. So perhaps you need to prepare yourself for this bad phase. So suddenly if you are receiving a call with HR, some HR head, or with your manager and some HR head is there, so that time you can understand that something is cooking inside. So that is like kind of a red flag for employees layoff. And for those who lay off by mass layoff, so this normally usually not happen. So if you got a chance, I mean, if somebody got a chance to like attend those call, like where employee asks to leave, so what are the stuff that we should ask? Because nobody usually not prepared for this kind of incident for like his or her tenure. So we are normally usually blank at that time. So usually we get emotional and we cannot ask questions. So first of all, you need to know that if you are getting laid off due to company's policy and other reason, so possibly this is not a performance issue. So you cannot, I mean, it is not due to you, for that you are laying off. So it is due to the company who is not able to give you the project. And like the company will say like during layoff, we have taken this decision as because in 4 or 6 months we cannot give you project, so better to go and search. So that like explanation the company usually gives. Okay, so if you get into some call, if somebody get into some call, I would definitely say what you need to like ask. So first of all, you need to ask your last paycheck. So when shall you get your last paycheck? So first you negotiate whether like this uh, layoff stuff can be avoided. If you have some valid point, if you have some health issue or something, so you can definitely pitch in. So ideally, like the decision is already made, so with your emotional story or a genuine story as well, you cannot revert it, but still you try first. If not, then straightly you ask these 5 or 6 questions. So when they will give a full and final settlement with your last paycheck, so that first question. Then the next question is whether they will give your vacation and personal timeout, like encashment. So if they're not, then you force them to give that, because that is a mandatory stuff. And try to get the medical benefit at the last of your, like, uh, stipulated, like the tenure. So like, if you perhaps know your medical or health insurance coverage will be there, say Jan to December, or maybe some companies different tenure. Try to, even if somebody got laid off in between, try to request to them that since you paid, or the company is already paid, continue the medical benefit until its last. So that is very, uh, definitely you should ask. And rehire, since you are laid off that because of company's performance, so definitely you should ask company whether they are opening for you to hire again. So that is one question you should definitely ask. And outplacement service you need to ask, because some company, after when big, mainly like product based company, they normally usually give some training or some placement assessment, like an assistant after even laid off, so laying off. So this is one service usually they provide. Ask them if they can. And also, like, ask the severance pay. So severance pay is something like, usually if some employee laid off due to uh, some other factor, so it is like, 3 months salary. So entire notice period salary. So if you have notice period 2 months, 2 months salary. If it is 3 months, 3 months salary. And one more thing is, like, suppose employee spent 5 years or 7 years, 10 years, whatever. So per year basis, they usually give 1 week to 1 month salary. So some company, if our employees say for 5 years, so they usually give 5 weeks extra salary. Along with that, you will get other benefit like gratuity and all. So that is all about pink slip. I hope this will be an educational video. Don't scared of that. But definitely, if you are at bench, or if you are in a project which is an internal project, and if you see this kind of like, meeting invitation coming, so definitely you should be prepared for that. And since we are going through a bad phase, if you see somebody getting laid off, because I have seen people laid off from Accenture, HCL, or Amdocs as well. So things is not good. So please help them if you can. If you have a small even option in your company, or if you see any of the like a vacancies in your company, do refer them. And also, if you are laid off, you can also drop a mail, so I'll try to refer you in my organization or any other organization. Though the hiring is almost freeze in all of the companies, but still I have certain, few of the friends working CTS, Cognizant, CTS, TCS, and other companies. Definitely I'll try to refer you. So with that note, thank you everyone, and hope to see you in the